it's reconnecting. Oh god, no.
Oh, so that's why it was frozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be back on any second, I guess.
How long has it been frozen for?
I
Not
just
for long, I believe.
got the notification just now.
Honestly, last images I could see was the Black Emperor throne
Yeah,
room.
yeah, it's still the same thing. Not much changed. Bit of technical. Oh, we're back. Hell yeah, gamer.
Sorry, baked up technicality. Might have some lost context, but going
Not
well.
really. Not really. Just notifying Electro notifying the Black Emperor that the hand was destroyed, which then he tells you, Plucky, your ally tells me that the item you seek is destroyed.
Oh, well, that. I knew it was destroyed. I was there when he destroyed it. I wanted to know if there was any news about it. See, the guy was kind of studying a bunch of druid magic last time I knew him. I kind of figure that might be an issue. Anyway, do you want to see something pretty interesting?
Oh,
you
no.
you just see the the big black dragon above him just kind of take a deep breath and just kind of gurgle something and just kind of lay above the Black Emperor.
It's not every day you get to see this kind of high magic be cast, and I'll pre-warn you it is not against you in any way. But something interesting might happen. Actually, I'm having a rare moment here of clarity. Maybe I shouldn't do it in here and I should do it outside.
I think
Rare
that would be a
moment of
good
clarity.
idea. That would probably be a
Wonderful.
good idea. We do not want to accidentally enrage our host.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we won't worry about that. Anyway, we have a dagger. A dagger that's made of red hands. Like, is a piece of him. That could be used as a trap. The other one I was thinking of was bringing back the hand, but that doesn't seem like a great idea anymore.
There's also the issue of the eye.
Eye? What eye?
The reason why I suspected you being allies with the god of trickery is because you came with the beast, the white crocodile with crimson red eyes. You did.
Oh, that one?
Oh, yes, that. If I remember correctly, he's the one who sent us on a mission. I started to think it was all a trick to get us involved in all this mess.
So you met a white crocodile with red eyes, and you listened to it? When you already knew that there was a guy with red hands who was out to get you?
Your companions or allies came here following the white crocodile and thus incurring the wrath of the local owlbear Tarat, and then incurring the wrath of one of the sisters, thus waging the beginning of conflicts. And I suspected your alliance with them as you extracted its eyes and nothing else, leaving it blind and without any magical residue from the creature for me to track it personally.
I believe that was one of my used-to-be allies. Let's take into account that 2 of the allies that we had on that day have been gone and are currently our enemies. Betrayal has cursed us with enemies.
Wait, you took something's eyes?
Uh,
That seems rude.
Remember
Multiple
that?
times.
Remember that elf with the scars and that was kind of greedy?
Oh yeah, the one that looked kind of like sick?
Yeah, that one. He had some kind of addiction to dragons that was worrisome, and he wanted to take a piece out of anything. Can't really say I blame him. I thought of it as an opportunity to get materials, nothing more. But yeah,
Well, did you kill him?
He
Oh,
jumped.
exactly.
He jumped off the ship and sank to the depths after after giving back an item that was too dangerous for his hands. He is
So
now,
he jumped into the ocean.
and he swam down.
Well, then he's probably not dead. Duh.
But back to the main point.
Then
that,
that's. Then maybe we could track him.
in
Oh, well, here we go. Let's use that as a bartering point. Points
From
at the Black
the-
Emperor. I like this idea. Okay, so they know the asshole that did a thing with the other thing, and you don't like that person, so yeah, they can help you find him, and then you can kill him, and everything will be great, right?
Should I mention the draconic book
No.
that he had?
I don't give a damn about no book. I don't like books.
when
You know how long it takes to read a book?
Pledgy. It would be very useful for the Black Emperor.
You immediately see, as you mentioned the book, you see both the dragons start to scream at each other, like at each dragon, each other, and you see that even the Black Emperor looks a bit interested in what they're screeching about, and then waves its hand a bit, and you see both of them just shut silent. That book. A very curious artifact.
I never thought much of it. Honestly, the wooden construct would know more about it than I.
To be fair, it really didn't do a whole lot until we encountered the
immediately,
first dragon.
you immediately see like your familiar glare, the familiar voice. The book your previous companion held. What is it?
The
What
Dragon's
is-
Betrayer?
What's the origin of its power?
I do not know the details, but I do know of immense power and visions of different dragons. He was partially infected by it to the point of literally growing scales, similar to the thing that I grew, apparently. Like I said, I still cannot explain it. But over his entire body. Above the game, do I remember this correctly that he grew adamant instead of platinum?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he grew adamantine scales.
Yeah. It should
And
be
he was
mentioned
rather
though
chummy
that
with the robot.
Hmm?
He was rather chummy with the betrayer robot.
he was these scales that grew on him were
You
made of adamantine instead of platinum.
you see the black dragonborn's eyes widen, and you see the magma pools next to him start to bubble and a bit pour out, and then he looks at you all.
One last sentence that I would add, like a few seconds later. He was a good friend of one of our now dead allies. The mechanical beast that blew up part of Norn. The living beehive.
If you do not hold strong connections and you are willing to ally yourself with me, then I request you of 2 tasks.
Name them.
1, the death of the god of trickery by any means necessary, but its body, mangled, deformed, in whatever the state it is mine. And the second, you retrieve the book that your previous companion held.
He said that to everyone?
I said, yeah, he said to all of you in
If
the.
I may ask, since if we perform these tasks for you, what in return do you offer?
He just offered an alliance. Isn't that good enough, Ken?
It's with a reward. The alliance is reward enough.
Yes, I believe it is reward enough.
We don't want to get greedy and make ourselves look guilty.
You all of a, who has the does anybody have a past perception 24 or higher?
me say.
Passive perception. Yeah, I 25.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so Rog,
One sec.
all of a sudden you suddenly start to see the magma bubble around him, to the point that you're like, it's kind of like this is like something that he finds fascinating, right? Something that he wants, and all of a sudden you hear tremor, like subtle tremors underneath you, and for a moment it's like, okay, this is a volcano, this is normal, and then you realize that the tremors actually are synced. Similarly,
With his emotion?
No, similarly to a heartbeat. As you hear it
Oh.
from underneath everything.
Hmm. The
And
heart
you
of
see-
the volcano.
You see the dragonborn kind of posture for a moment, and it's grown.
So, if we do these tasks, we have an alliance, correct? I look up at the Black Emperor.
That is correct.
I've worked contracts that have similar terms in them.
And,
I'm able to, and I'm used to that.
And
We
from
will
this...
complete these tasks.
Sorry.
We shall complete these tasks for you, and
Yes.
bring that asshole's body back to you.
And from this alliance, can we expect to be somewhat welcomed back?
There's a slight chuckle that does not come from him, but just from the surrounding area, like from nowhere. And he just says, "You'll be more than welcome."
It honors me to know so. So, we have reached an agreement. I thank you for humoring us. Lucky, do you
I'm
think we're
going-
done?
Before anything else, can I subtly try and insight check this guy
Sure, roll me an insight check.
with Flash of Genius?
What are you trying to? What are you trying to? Like,
Just to get a feel for if he speaks the
I mean-
whole truth or if he's hiding something behind it.
I mean,
Okay.
this fucker's too stoic to tell a lie. People of power usually don't even need to lie because they're so confident, and he looks pretty damn confident.
It
True
still
power.
doesn't
We're-
hurt to check because
You're
my
right.
character doesn't exactly trust beings who we literally just saw put his baby, his toy dragon back to life.
I cannot wait if this whole campaign wraps up in like 3 months. It probably won't, but like if it wraps up in like 3 months, it would be like Ken and its weirdest summer vacation ever.
33.
So
Almost a perfect roll.
there
It's
is
with-
not even a singular like doubt that he's telling full-hearted the truth, but there is this layer of fascination and intense interest that that peaked when he was told about the book, like somebody who remembered that he has like some money somewhere, like some sort of faucet of power that just revealed upon himself. Something that you like, like you had a pretty cool day, and then somebody was like, you know what? Here's something even better.
And now for something completely different.
After
Exactly.
that, if we're all done, are we all done?
I
Yeah,
guess, and I think we were gonna leave
We
and
keep-
not add anything.
We'll keep them.
because
We'll keep you informed of our progress, and should we require any further assistance in taking down
Go
Red Hands?
prepare the bait. Once.
Come on, Ken.
As you wish. And then I give him a respectful bow.
I give a nod to them,
Yeah.
and I. You
See, everybody, I told you I had this.
So you see
Too lucky.
you see the black dragon is like casually like staring you down. It's has like black obsidian eyes, no other coloration, and it looks quietly at you, but occasionally like yawn and just like passive. While the red dragon looks, of course, very pissed off and is trying to hold back, but it's like occasionally it hisses and screeches at you, Rock, personally.
Wonder what?
I turn to the red dragon and say, apologies for roasting you with holy light.
Sorry for suplexing you. That was I got too into it. Anyways,
If those big black pillars were part of you, I'm sorry that I stabbed one.
Rod, can you pick up Plucky and chuck him through the portal? Because I don't think
yeah, I'm just grabbing him with one hand. Oh, here you go. Whoop!
And I jump into the portal.
Let's just say we all go out of the portal and we're making our way back to the ship. And
Yeah,
but before that, I'm gonna grab some lava. Any lava pools anywhere?
Well, I mean, just going outside the volcano, there's plenty of like tiny little streams of rivers of molten magma.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm pretty sure that the what was it called again? The container?
Crucible.
The crucible. Pretty sure now it's at a temperature that it wouldn't break immediately if I just scoop some lava. So yeah, I'm just gonna go scoop some lava.
I like to think that Rog, during the whole conversation, to get it warm, had it on its head.
What?
Just thinking so hard that it heats up the bucket.
Oh, come on.
Just being out, he needed it out, but carrying a bucket looks awkward, so he put it on his head.
No.
Which looks even more awkward.
No.
Anyway.
I had it under my arm the whole time.
Which
And
honestly
he was
just
never
looks
asked,
just
it's
as funny.
Oh, it's my portable toilet.
No. It's just a crucible I used to get the lava.
Yeah, so you just write down as you put this in. You start to hear something like crackling, but it holds. Get yourself 50 pounds of magma. Yeah.
Magic and
Yay.
combat in a mundane
I'm
crucible held, but it might be damaged.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely damaged, but it held.
I'm definitely gonna make. Well, okay. So
let's-
sorry again.
Okay,
Work
so,
with it
so,
on the travel time.
So just while you figure out how you want to proceed. Besides, like this is a volcano. Like there's you see a blacksmithing area below, but there's no access. Going out, there's of course just lava, magma, and that's it. If you want to do anything with it, and also Quirk, the only reason why it didn't break is because Kalia played with magnet forges, so she basically picked up extremely high heat ones. So she already fought ahead. So anyway, yeah.
Are we back to the boat?
I mean, unless you want to do something while going out. Also, you didn't take
Grab
any food or drinks from the thing. You just
Oh well, I have stuff in my inventory still from very
Yeah,
basic.
I didn't.
Also, Revan,
didn't-
what was that?
I didn't take anything from the food or drink table because I thought that might be rude.
Being like the first one to go there is always being rude.
Yeah, it's like he didn't explicitly say that it was for us. It could have been his private meals.
I mean, Plucky will no doubt happily ask if you want him to just broach the issue. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, by the way, also that cheese looks really damn good. You mind if I grab some?
he doesn't say anything.
Well, I'm going to quickly cast sending and give the a short thing to let
You
this
had
say-
sending the entire time?
Yes, but the thing is, the guy was doing it for us, so
It's fine. It's fine. It's perfect.
And he had a
Preserving
more
spell
advanced
slots.
version. He had a more advanced version that lets him do more
Fair enough.
speech. So I basically say to Lictor, the Black Emperor has hired us to kill Red Hands and get the book from him.
Oh no,
Wait,
the book is completely different matter.
Oh no, okay then. And a book that a previous ally of yours had.
Perfect.
Understood.
He did. I did get a good look at him when we were mentioning the book. He has quite a keen interest in it. So we might want to figure out exactly what this book is about before we go handing it off to him.
Also fair.
As he stuffs his mouth full of a block of cheese.
Where did he?
Being as how it sucked the souls of 2 dragons in its time being in our party, I think it's worth the look.
Yeah, and besides, giving it to the actual dragons would actually just, make sense. Just swallow.
Understood. That's actually a great argument, if you ask me.
Oh my god.
Plus, it should have the unintended side effect of killing all the dragons there. That is one downside, because you see the 8 dragon souls. I'm saying this out of character.
He wasn't exactly the most sane of us.
God of trickery. Well, it's a false god of trickery there.
Alright, so
Because
are we back
he
on the boat?
pretends.
So you're back on the boat and you see like Lictor's like that fucking meme of like 3 different guys just looking around doing nothing.
Honestly, I would be standing like close to the edge, waiting for your arrival.
That's
Sorry,
residential.
Oh yeah, you wanna hear something very fucking stupid, Lictor?
Hmm?
Sveta comes to you, just kind of looks at you, just kind of comes next to you, close to you, and just looks at like the volcano and just asks, "How do you think lava tastes?"
Wait. Can I hear that?
No.
That's been like an hour ago.
Yeah, you
Okay.
essentially while Lecter's looking and maybe you are returning already, she just looks at the lava and just asks you, like, how does lava taste?
Well, it is molten rock. I assume a face full of gravel would taste the same. Just, well, less of melting your face off.
What do you think? What do you think it wouldn't taste like?
Good.
Honestly speaking, taste is a slightly problematic thing to describe for me.
How come?
I just opened my mouth again. I am sadly missing the required senses.
But you have memories, don't you not? I peered into you. I saw your past as you saw mine. I know you were a previous being. Don't you have any memories to recall? The smell, the taste, the feel?
Above the table, do I?
You never pondered about it. You just kind of took everything at face value.
There's like really specific thinking pose that I'm thinking about right now, but I wish I could show it to you guys, but I just don't know what it's called. Like this, just standing there thinking about it.
Is he doing the pose of the statue of the thinker?
No,
It's
like
a-
this,
it's a
both hands
joke.
together, both hands together directly in front of the face, and then just like flicks both hands down.
Is it the one where the two hands are together in like a sort of
Let's
pointed
let's not
archway?
dwell on position. Let's not dwell on position. Let's just keep going. I feel like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I
Boy!
was thinking.
So, are you gonna
What the
have
fuck?
You're not gonna have an answer, just gonna ponder, because she's just gonna wait.
It will literally take him like 20 seconds or something.
Okay.
I have honestly never considered that before.
Who's
Honestly,
watching the
this
stream?
this reveals a few more questions.
answers.
I
Don't you?
may be no, a few more questions. I may be able to give you an answer later, but one way or another, based on what I know about my past, I don't think I would know how gravel tastes.
I could say what lava does taste like.
Pretty much anything else.
No. I
Go
don't
into the
say-
kitchen, find anything to eat, it's not going to taste like lava.
She kind of sighs to herself and just looks at you. And actually, for the first time ever, she has like an actual emotion on her face and just says, "You're no fun, you know that?" And she just kind of walks away.
That's my job.
Oh,
Yeah. So as a few dozen minutes pass, and it's about 7 p.m., maybe 7:10, as you all come back without a scratch except for a lot of heat and sweat, and a cauldron full of
I like as I'm walking onto the ship, I'm like wringing out my clothing, just see all the water come out of it.
I'm just
It's all
walking in,
sweat.
I'm still sweaty. And then I look at the pool. You know, we should probably clear that out. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. After I drop this.
So, if you remember the first Minotaur that you killed, you can see the familiar cracks inside everything as it slowly begins to just crumble down.
okay. So every corpse right now is starting to crumble into dust in the pool.
Yes.
Well, at least we contained it all. Now it's in one place.
If anyone's got
And-
mold earth, they can then move it.
I mean, I wonder if it could actually be affected by mold earth. Anyways, moving on. I'm just gonna go drop this where Kelly could keep it.
Just put the bucket of molten rock on the table somewhere.
Someone
I don't
thinks
want
it's
to. I don't
chilly.
want to damage the table.
Okay, so
I mean, come on, this is
Okay.
a well-crafted mahogany.
So Rob, with your passive perception, you see like halfway inside, like going to the porch and still looking for Kalia. You just see Svita follow you, and as soon as you like place the cauldron where Kalia showed, you see Svita almost tries to like touch the magma, just like with
No.
her fingertips. No, and you see Kalia just kind of swat her like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "I wanted to know how lava tastes. It tastes horrible. Fuck off." Dude, come on. As she like Kayla was just like grabbing Sveta by her broken arm, just kind of walks her away.
I saw the quirk. Lucky. Fuck's sake.
So yeah, you're all back. It's getting later in the evening. You killed a dragon the same day and made a potential ally. What are you gonna do?
Well,
I'm gonna go to the lector.
Hmm.
Lecter.
Just brief me on what's going on.
So, it's going well. So far, we have two things to do. First, or second, you know what? First, we trap Red Hands and bring his mangled corpse to the Black Emperor. We just dump him to him. He'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
And
second?
second,
That was definitely not what he said.
what, he wanted the corpse intact?
No, he wanted
No,
us
he
to
did-
just set the trap.
Oh, right.
We set the trap. He does the rest.
He did
Right,
say
right, right. True.
He did say bring his mental to body. He didn't specify in what
Yes.
condition.
Okay, now, the second one. We gotta find Kilroy and his fucking book. And get... So, I'm pretty sure you and me are gonna have to go diving. Fishing, if
Depends.
you will.
Honestly, maybe we can spare us that hassle with a bit more of divination, as if I didn't do that enough today. Slightly turns the head to the side. So, want to watch as well? The mirror is big enough to
Sure.
look over my shoulder.
I'm definitely interested to see what your magic can do.
Okay.
Just plants down at a comfortable spot somewhere, and I'm going to scry,
So what do I
searching
need
for the
to
name
roll?
Kirai.
Yeah. So what? Let's go. Oh, let's go.
It's a wisdom saving throw. Give me a second, I'll figure out what disadvantages.
Do you have a possession or garment? Or a body part? You have a body part, so it's a
Ashes.
minus 10.
We have the
Hmm?
ashes. We have
have
the
the
ashes. of
ashes.
Kira.
So you roll a wisdom saving throw equal to Lecter's spell save DC minus 10.
Also, would you say that I know Kirai well?
Oh yeah.
Or no, you subtract 10 from what you roll.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So
Hmm.
wisdom, right?
If I know him well, and those
Wait,
ashes count as a body part, if both of those things apply, minus 15 to the total roll.
Oh
Yep.
my god. So
Nice.
I can roll.
Yeah,
18.
does not succeed.
Woo!
Ooh. Oh. So now if I look at this and look, wait a minute. Minus 15 modifier plus 2. Wait a minute, Tua.
17. There's some shit going on.
Information!
So. Woo! Give me a second.
I
Give
kind
me
of all
Fuck,
swap.
that's a bad pun.
plot thickens.
You know,
literally.
So
you
We're
know,
doing things today, people. This is great.
Advancement.
also,
This
I
session has
almost,
been more efficient than the last 3 sessions combined.
yeah.
Well,
And
while
also,
you
you know, I
what-
really want to see what would come up for Rog if he just went, "Oh, do me next," you know?
It would actually be kind of
while-
funny because it would turn into a third-person perspective in a second perspective game.
So, Lecter, my
Wait.
boy.
Can I say one thing before you do the stride, Aaron's? While they're doing the stride, I grabbed a whole chicken and I'm roasting it over a lava flow.
Love it.
Kaylee's not
Where the fuck
pleased. Kaylee's not pleased because the fucking fat is like dripping into that fucking thing. But, Lecter,
Hmm?
your mind blacks out for a moment as you for a moment think that you, fuck, maybe you're blind now, but you realize you go deeper, and it's just darkness until you see a greenish glow in the distance. You get slowly closer and closer, and you see a massive cell of a cage, if you will, surrounded by very massive sea giants that are carrying the cage in the sea, on the seabed somewhere. Kira is getting delivered somewhere with a heavy escort of like 40 individuals. Bigger than Rock, to say the least. Most of them are giants. Some of them look like they're sea giants, but they are gifted in some sort of magical way because they carry artifacts and wands and staffs. You look upon Kirai. You see his left hand is gone. But not fully, as you see what you assume are veins of pure adamantine are just there, connected to his body as he moves them like it is like nothing happens. As he looks upon the book and then kind of looks upon you, like upon your scrying arm just kind of smiles as you see one of his eye is missing, as if been either cut off or torn away. His whole face is covered in like acid burns, and he kind of just gives you this slight wave with his broken Atlantina arm as he waves at you, and then your scrying arm just dispelled.
This may turn out to be a bit more complicated than we expected.
What happened?
Kirai is alive.
Oh,
Half
is
of-
he wait, he was the sickly elf person, right?
He
Well, well,
somehow
s-
fucking survived.
I mean, it's
assume
Killer
that's
Rock,
about-
obviously.
I
Fucker
assume
survived
that's
so
about
many
right.
fucking things.
Revan?
I assume that's a bad thing.
Well,
How many
technically,
other party
yeah.
members have you guys had?
Oh my
Yes.
god, you should
Well, there was
you should scroll on Kalia.
So,
What?
Kalia, you remember blonde?
Oh.
there was a
Maybe Kaz too.
slime thing of slime. Didn't really get to
mean-
know her too much.
Maybe. We don't know. Maybe all our allies are like that. You know, maybe not dead.
Well, I mean, Revan has the orb, not the orb, but like the mirror if you want to scry more. Also, be right next, so figure out what you want to do.
Hey, Revan!
like, how many party members have you had? Yes.
Hey,
Also-
Revan, can I see your mirror?
Also, Lecter, just saying,
Hmm?
can we go on a two-man mission? Because, one, I'm pretty sure that one godly person and one person who doesn't need to breathe would be enough to search and destroy mission like this. While the
that
others
just get
prepare the
absolutely
trap.
demolished and curb stomped by Kirai.
Okay, he is that bad, yes, but how the fuck are we gonna bring him up then? You're just gonna fish him?
No, we're not bringing him up. We're bringing the rest of the group down.
That's kind of what I was saying not to do.
No.
Nobody can breathe underwater.
Not yet.
What's the call?
What? Cloak of the Manta Ray?
How late is it in a day?
It's about 7:30 p.m. It's of course dark.
Okay. Since the group has shown interest, I will do. Since I have the spell slot for it, actually, God bless Gifts of Fire Magic.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to cast Scrying 2 more times.
Ooh.
Also, is Plucky
This-
asking me for my mirror while I'm roasting a chicken over lava?
Yes, he is.
I mean, the Revan, Kalia, the orb that has like a bunch of like red bird marks everywhere, just like is not pleased and says just stop. Because you're like, as soon as like you cook it, you see just like oil go into the fucking thing.
Revan, will you just stop
no,
while you're cooking
no,
that
I'm-
there?
I'm not cooking it over the crucible. I'm actually out off the ship over a
Oh,
lava flow that's near the
oh.
ship.
Oh God!
Then why didn't you say so? We
I
literally
did.
mentioned Kalia
Said
that
I
was
do-
unhappy.
Actually, I do
Okay,
recall
okay.
him.
Really?
I did.
That's why I
I
was
did
confused.
several
Oh.
times.
Okay.
So,
I said
I
a
was so
lava
confused.
flow.
So Revan,
Okay, I
This
was-
is at the same time better and worse.
Revan, in that case, a small little cub that looks like a bear but out of fur made of completely out of wire just slowly approaches you, and it looks like it's taken interest in the chicken.
I slice off a little bit of the meat and then put it on the ground near me so that it can eat it.
And slowly but surely just approaches and grabs something and just kind of rushes away a few feet. And you see as it like tries to eat the raw meat, it immediately cooks in its mouth. So yeah. So who you gonna subscribe on Lecture? Let's go.
Kalia,
Hell yeah.
Adnorin.
So what does Kaylin need to roll?
She gets away a bit luckier, since as far as I remember, I don't have any possessions by her.
But you do know her quite well.
I do know her quite well,
So
so
10.
wisdom saving throw -5.
-5. Okay, so
I would say -7 because you know her likeness as well.
Likeness or picture is
Okay.
good point. Yeah.
You can draw out a rough
-7.
likeness. You can minor illusion the likeness. You can minor illusion the picture.
The problem is, if the person has changed from the last time they saw it.
Fair.
Yeah, the likeness could change.
Yeah.
So.
Oh dear.
So that's a +4 for her. That's an 8. Okay.
That definitely fails.
Okay. So, give me a second.
Wait, can we see it, or is it only Lecter?
It's literally on the scrying mirror. Anyone who leans over the mirror as well can watch it as well.
So,
I'm definitely
Unless, of
looking.
course, I'm like actively absorbed into it, in which case I will slightly black out and it will look like static.
Yes. Okay. So, the first thing you see as you scry on Kalia, is you see a bunch of lights immediately. As you focus up, you see that it's an open theater. A performance is playing. A bunch of tieflings and humans dancing and celebrating. There's a crowd who are also singing and dancing. It's like a fair, maybe a festival. Somewhere you've never been before. You realize that you're very high up, maybe 80, 90 feet above one of the big, sturdy branches. As you see Kalia, extremely malnourished, like she hasn't eaten in months. You look at her eyes, they're cold and pale, with a bit of shimmering shadow from the edges of it. You see that she is not breathing, as she just kind of sits on the tree branch and observes the
What
ongoing
happened to
festivities.
her?
As occasionally you see a shadowy owl just kind of perches from one side of her shoulder to another, as she kind of occasionally like acknowledges and pets it. And besides that, just looking at the festivities below.
Rog is troubled by this.
What
Roll
happened
me-
to
roll
her?
me an insight.
Who?
Those who are perceiving the mirror. Because I'm guessing you
Hey.
Gladly.
go ahead.
Let's see. Still can't remember my fucking insight. Okay. Wow, nat 1.
You're a robot.
It's alright, I got you, buddy. 22.
What up, Felix?
19.
So, Ken and Rog, you see there's a sense of just void and sadness. Like somebody who's looking at something that they had or could have, but no longer possible, and observing from a distance.
Lecter, is there any way we can help her?
We don't even know where she is.
You recognize the surrounding?
I don't.
Do I recognize the surrounding by any kind of ungodly chance?
No. This is somewhere you've never been before, not even by a long shot.
This is troubling.
No. There might be one way.
Who wants
I'd
to
have to
send-
see if he's.
Who wants to send a message spelling or sending spelling to how you react?
No. I was going to say something else.
I mean, that's still a good thing, sending spell. I mean, come on.
Might be a little bit too forward, if you ask me. Let me see if my trick up my sleeve can help us in a better way.
Cast Thaumaturgy instead and scream so loud that she can hear us from any distance.
No.
Wow.
Let's just say
Please don't tell me
we all know
please-
somebody who.
You're gonna say Prophet Matthew, aren't you?
Could you let me finish?
That's it, right?
Just
Well,
shut up, let him
yes.
do it.
Okay. All right.
Yes, thank you for. Yeah,
Ruining it. Sorry.
let's just say I might know somebody who has a kind of a connection with her and could probably help her out if we don't want to do it directly.
If you don't want to what?
You
If we
gotta-
don't want to make contact directly.
Why wouldn't we? That's my question.
It's up
Look
to
at
you.
her.
I can still be a bit more polite than just messaging her out of the blue.
Anything to help her out is good, as long as it doesn't backfire.
With this method, probably not.
You know,
He is pretty reliable.
can't just depend on him for everything, though. I'm sure.
I've depended on him more than I ever have before he came here. I'll tell you that.
Whatever.
To me, it seems safer than just contacting her directly. She doesn't look like
Fair.
the same person, and
Fair enough.
as we've seen with the example of Kirai, people changing in this world is a dangerous thing.
So, is that it on the scrying?
There's one last person I would like to check on. Someone
Is
who's
it-
left us eagerly in green shade,
Kaz?
of course.
I was wondering how he went.
Certainly interested as well.
So,
Also, I want to bring up that I've been trying to talk to those bunch of people that you got down in the cargo hold, and they don't speak they speak some weird sort of herka-durka. I can't make any sense of it.
Oh,
They don't
So,
speak
and
our
I'm taking Plucky aside. It's like, oh, well, you see, it's a very interesting story of how we came
So-
about them, and trail off at explaining
Look,
the whole thing.
I just want to know how to talk to them.
so -7, right?
with a spell.
I'm
Plucky.
I'm going to explain it as we go to them.
Or you can draw them pictures.
Okay, so, back to the music as you change the mirror of the wall, because the trick is you see a sudden familiar tavern water. You've been to this tavern lecture before, same as the rest of you. Even Plucky has been. It's the two-eyed crow, the first floor. As you see your familiar companion Kaz, still with the harp, still with the shotgun, but a bit more suit covered. As he's just drinking quite heavily, and seems to be just doing fine. Observing the surrounding area, you do see, Lecter, that the familiar dwarf that you talked to I think the only time you went there, has now been replaced by a young drow. He's just minding some business, making sense. Besides that, the first floor of Pure Crow is quite busy. Yeah, seems
Well.
the usual still. Nothing has changed about it. Maybe a bit of dirty clothing, but it's good help. Good spirits.
It's good to see that not everybody got corrupted, infected, or became a champion of a divine being.
Hey, that was not willing.
Honestly,
Willie.
we all changed, and seeing someone who didn't is honestly kind of refreshing.
I pull up. I just like grab your arm a bit, like shaking it. Yeah. You have a shiny arm and a blind eye. You change a lot.
And you, well,
I'm big and I'm red. And in my eyes has been itchy ever since. It's annoying.
it looks literally inflamed. I'm sorry to say that.
No, my beautiful eyes. Dang it.
When was the last time you looked in a mirror then?
Out of character.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm actually looking for a mirror now.
I'm turning off the scrying and I'm literally handing the mirror to it.
Oh my god, I'm ugly. How will my wife recognize me? Like,
One second.
I mean, if I ever see her again.
He's married.
Something old. I wanted to.
Wait, who the fuck said that?
Not me, because I'm outside.
Bitch.
Wait, Irance, in regards to that, pretty much molten owlbear cub,
Uh-huh.
is it just sitting with me as I cook?
A few feet away, just eating, and eventually it kind of eats. Licks its small. Like you realize that it's like from fire creature to like an actual bear. He's maybe like 7 points into the fire creature. As it retains some, yeah, but it's like literally a cub, like not fully on fire, but like it's like has everything atomically connected, but just caught on fire, and has this like very nice hue. As it finishes, it kind of looks around, licks itself a bit, and then looks back at you, and then kind of comes closer to you.
So it's literally on fire.
Well, how to say this? Imagine like more like not on fire, but more like everything that he has is superbly heated. Like there's no like living flame coming out of it.
So it's passable.
Yes.
I put a little bit more of the now thoroughly cooked meat into my hand and just offer it to it.
Animal handling.
Yep, sure.
James the baby bear, the mama bear comes in. Charlie!
Okay,
I
so
told you to not take food from strangers.
Especially not the clown looking ass.
13. Well, I'm giving it food. Would that potentially give advantage?
Wait. Doesn't food give a bonus? Or
Give
something?
me advantage then.
Right.
Let's go.
Cool. Fingers crossed.
Hey!
G20.
Yeah, it takes a bit, but eventually it just slowly but surely, step by step, approaches you and grabs, like, it carefully, like, snatches. Like, you know that reaction where cats usually have, where they're like, any second you might just grab them so they prepare to just jump back? Same with this cub, just kind of approaches, like, extends its neck and kind of grabs the meat and then kind of slowly pulls it away and starts to eat it.
Yeah, like I'm not making any sudden moves and just staying there, enjoying its company. Just wait until it warms up to me. No pun intended. Yeah, basically like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So yeah.
yeah, I'm hoping I can potentially get this thing.
While we're on the topic of pets, what the fuck happened to Drog?
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty sure he's making a nice, lovely home around the forge.
not even joking. Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. Well, it wasn't a.
Yeah. So yeah.
Speaking of, what happened to Droger?
The what?
Droger? The fucking capybara thing.
That's the capybara he's talking about.
That's Drog.
It's
Grog.
it's Grog.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So, just technically speaking, if we
Hey,
ever get
Rod,
pets again,
I think you need to make more chippies. We need one of like a fire cub, of a bear, and then one of a burning capybara. So
The burning
One,
capybara looks like
I
it
hate
doesn't give a
you.
shit.
2, I want 2 points of inspiration for each.
I'll give you marks of tail.
Fair enough.
Also, if you
One
saw
each.
in the art chat of the Discord, I posted an image that I think would more accurately describe the owlbear thing.
I think that's an entirely
Maybe.
different creature, and also I'm pretty sure that is yeah, Pokemon D&D Fusion. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually saw the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah,
Anyway.
That artist is amazing.
I know, but I thought that would look cool and would be somewhat accurate to the creature.
I have
on a technical
I have a,
term,
I
just
have
quickly
a
want to say
reference,
this.
but it's a dog as a reference, but you understand what I mean once you look at it. But that's a bit later.
Yeah.
So, it's getting late. The only source of actual pure light on the main deck is, of course, the volcano. And of course, it's a whole trail of lava and fire to you. And yeah, you finish scrying the thing. You see that the tavern is at full swing at your place as well, as everybody just eating, celebrating the victory, figuring out that they're actually a bunch of badasses who fought minotaurs.
Drinking themselves the courage they need.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I do
So-
want to try to wrap up the scientist deal if we can this game. That'd be fun.
Of course.
So, which I was just about to talk about. I was going to say,
I'm clanging my
let's say that
casseroles.
we're going to,
I'm cooking.
Yeah.
and we come back to me and Plucky say, and that's how we got these guys, these blokes back up and running, still trying to figure out the communication, the language barrier. And then he's done.
Yeah, so we still have to figure out how to get past the language. That's kind of the problem.
speaking of that, you got one individual who's more motivated than the rest of you Vincrians, and it's someone that you saved the life of.
Pablo?
As he comes back from what's it called? From above deck, because he basically was in the bridge, and he looks a lot more healthier. Apparently the pills that you gave him for anti-radiation is actually working on him. He does not look like a break of death for once. As he like gathers quite a few new Dunkerkians, and he kind of shows off this device, and then he kind of starts giving these like a earbud type of devices that are made of like this blackened metal, and then he kind of gives one each. And then gives one to himself, and then kind of finds you, Lecter, wherever you are at this point in the evening.
I would probably move down there as well.
Huh?
I'm
And-
just sitting at one of the tables.
And he kind of gives you this like you see the black, like this slightly like grayish, but like black grayish metal, as he kind of like has this like small circlet or band made of this with a bunch of like small shining lights, and he kind of gives it to you and kind of gives the motion to put it on the head.
Okay. Putting it on.
As soon as we put on, you start only hear everybody speaking common. All the new Durkin starts speaking common. It's just like testing
Oh,
1,
fuck.
2. You can hear what I'm saying? No spikes
Yes.
in sound, nothing. Excellent. Okay, fine. My pet project actually worked.
How, if I may ask?
So the anti personnel grenade launchers, they're basic nanotechnology. With a bit of tweaking, I managed to make these. It took a bit, but eventually, maybe 2 days time, everybody will have one of these earpieces and it shows up to himself. And I can make one for the companions, but as you can see, you don't have ears, so I had to improvise. So.
Still, a fascinating idea. We would have worked on it in a different sense, and sadly, most likely at a different time. Having
Well,
you deal with it already is a welcome surprise.
well, what can I say? I'm kind of stuck with you, and I kind of owe you quite a bit.
Yeah, can't really help it, and bridging the gap is certainly a step in the right direction. Thank you.
So, as I can see,
Oh.
I don't know if this was like by random or accident, but apparently everybody here is everybody I knew. Except for myself. Everybody worked on the A2 here. Everybody stopped on their fields from munitions to quantum physics to theoretical physics to cutting edge of nanotechnology. You got yourself quite an interesting hole of minds here.
A lucky draw, maybe.
Is there anything particular that you need from these people? Because of course they are willing to help, and well, let's just say they're a lot more motivated now that they know that they're, well, first of all, not dead by nuclear fire. Second of all, ability to defend themselves with all the weaponry provided.
Well, the main problem right now is maintenance. A ship this big is, well, difficult to keep track of with magic. The normal wooden vessel was easy to defend and repair, but honestly speaking, this world is not even close to well enough equipped to deal with this.
By the way, do I walk in at this point holding a molten albid hub and a roast chicken on a large spike?
Yes, you do.
I'm waiting for the what you got there, Joe.
Oh god, I can literally see you doing this.
You just see immediately the literally you see from your you you have your back away and you all you see just this intense flame is shining in Paolo's face and he looks and he looks a bit confused and fearful. Is that a bear on fire?
That's it. Well, no, this is a roast chicken, roast out of the volcano, and this is a new friend I made.
Oh. Okay. This...
Oh, anyone wants volcano fried roast chicken?
The VFC, interesting.
Hey. It's my trademark. It's stealing.
So yeah, all of
Kentucky
you,
Road Fried Chicken.
all of you also get one of these small little black things to put in yourself, so everybody gets them.
Oh, that's solved it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's useful.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
Rob,
and then I reiterate, does anyone want volcano roast
he
chicken?
kind of looks at you, and there's actual fear from him because he tries to figure out how to address you.
Who's fearing?
Paul, not fearing, but he doesn't really know how to address you because he talked to the lecturer. Name's Pablo. I've seen you both in green and red. You gonna turn purple, maybe?
I hope not.
He kinda-
Honestly, I never thought. Listen, if you have something to say, you can say it.
Oh yes,
I don't bite.
most definitely. If I remember correctly, you had a box. You had a box. Everybody had a box, but you picked the box, right?
Yeah.
And he immediately kind of motions to a few people that look back at Paolo. He has the nano machines. And he kind of looks at you.
Nano machines, son.
If you can give me the box, there's a chance that
Oh.
we can reverse engineer it if there's any nano machines in it that's still alive and functional.
Oh right, I forgot I took that put that in the bag. Let me just oh, there it is. I pull out another bag out of my bag of holding. It's on there.
By the way, is this Albert Hub male or female?
That break
I-
to
I-
check.
I may need to. Well, I need to.
Medical check.
I'm. Mitchell, wouldn't this be nature?
Checks
Medicine.
under legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
medicine.
Female.
Oh, yeah. Medicine is +3, so that's potentially. I need to know before I name it. 9.
Why can't you just ask it?
You assume it's probably male. As
Okay.
Probably.
Here's the thing: you'd still know that you're because you felt a certain way when you consumed the potion of fire immunity. You know that you're still under fire immunity. You don't know if it's gonna be the same once it fades away. So as you deliver the box to Pablo, he immediately grabs into like gentle gear and just kind of grabs quite a few people, and he starts yelling names, and he says to grab a few knives, as now there's like a table with like 6 individuals circling around, and they all have like knives, and you're kind of cutting it open and just like looking around in it. So yeah, and with that potential path to nanotechnology, the advanced edition. So, as for the rest of you, what we want to do, it's about 8-ish and a half p.m. in the evening.
Now, with decent motivation, I want to get back to a project that I haven't been working on in quite a bit. Life Bubble.
Noted.
Taking in this opportunity.
Just tell me what I need to roll, if I need to roll.
Taking in this opportunity, Kenov's gonna be like super excited. It's like, finally I can talk blueprints to these people. He's gonna just be saying, just splooging information of his ideas and all that stuff. Like the black tip, as well as a potential making of a Mark III rifle.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of discussions, and immediately as you get it, it's like immediately like they recognize the contents of thorium, plutonium, the proper mixture, and how you should implement it into the casing. And in a matter of minutes, everything is just kind of solved, and to the point that it's solved, and now everybody's like, there's like 4 people who are like discussing with each other how you can make improvements to make the bullet more better velocity, faster speed, higher impact. And you just kind of you're kind of left alone without your piece of paper. It's now just 4 people like scribing with pieces of charcoal on the fucking another piece of paper. Yeah.
That'll work. I've come up with a name for the baby Albia.
Oh yeah, you assume that it's probably a male.
Yeah, I know. I'll did someone to double check, but the name I've chosen for it is Owlisteer.
This is kind of missing out on a joke, because all of our pets so far have been named anything with Og. So we had Lord Grog, we had Dog, and something else.
Well, my guy has different tastes to your.
Why do they have to be a reference to me?
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I'm. Look, I have some creativity with mine. It's a joke on Alistair, but it's Owlisteer.
Of course.
I'll put in. I'll
Queen
put in
Owlisteer.
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
Owlisteer. So, Lucky. Everybody's chilling, you get a earpiece, so you're gonna even use it. Oh god, Lucky. No.
What am I supposed to be doing?
No, I'm just saying if you want to do anything in the evening, because now everybody's getting their little headset, and you also give it like this little earpiece that
Oh, and
Lucky is
so-
going to be getting incredibly interested in what the scientists are talking about, purely because some of the things they're talking about sound really, really cool.
Yeah.
I
So
am
who's
at.
the little kid bothering all the scientists?
Let's see.
Well, now you got like six scientists just dissecting a box, and you have four discussing Ken's paper while Ken is like, "Excuse me, can I?" Just like,
No, he's doing his best to interpret and help.
I'm walking around and I'm going to go to Lecter.
Just sitting there doing stuff around some card, like some pieces
I'm
of paper.
going to say this once. I'm sure you'll remember it. If you need anything, tell me. Doesn't matter if I'm busy or not. I'm gonna be telling this to the others as well. If you need something from me, say so. Alright?
Of course.
Yes, sir. I posted that.
so,
The image of the flaming capybara.
so yeah. But yeah. You see every usual suspect from Lena to Gravel to Zan. Everybody's in the tavern. Even Kaylee chilling. Because I mean, this is like where everybody just shows up in the evening, I guess. So yeah.
There's
is-
music playing, right?
Yeah, there is.
Is Papa busy?
Eventually, he Carol's gonna be grabbing some drinks while he's trying to understand. Eventually, he's gonna listen to music. He's going up. It's like, excuse me for a moment. He walks over to Lena and offers his hand. Would you mind to dance with me?
She
Oh, classy.
uncharacteristically graciously and courteously accepts. As you might be asking, where's the music coming from? Zan's fucking ghost. Because you see in the corners of the room, there's just a bunch of fucking sailors that are like half into the wall that are just like doing their instruments, and occasionally Zan just like doesn't like that, so that just fucking eviscerates and another takes its place.
You're off by a half key.
Supposed to be an F major, you fool!
Yep, and then up until we deep into the night, we're just gonna dance.
Yeah.
I just got PM'd if I do furry porn.
No,
That's not something to say on stream, but
Yeah.
whatever.
no.
Oh, sorry. I didn't it caught me off guard, so I didn't realize it. Sorry.
Apologize to the people in the chat.
Anyway, moving on.
We're sorry, chat. That was poorly timed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
literally like the most wholesome moment that it's like, wow.
And then ruined
Sorry, out of
by Raj.
nowhere. I should keep
like-
my mouth shut.
That was yeah.
So-
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Everyone's got something wholesome, and then, like for instance, I've now got a new baby pet.
Let's
So-
not bring it up. Let's moving on.
So your owlbear is surprisingly like you thought that okay, you carried it, you were in lava, it didn't scald or anything. Now you're on the boat and it's carpet on the ground. You put it down to just see how severely, and there's like this warmth, like you're from New Zealand, so you assume it's like maybe 50 degrees Celsius wherever it is. Because there's like this warmth, but there's no like burning or like. So it's a hot thing. It's a very hot thing, but it's tame.
Yeah, it's not too much to the point where it's scorching the carpet or
No.
any tables or anything. It's it's like a mini heater.
Perfect for winter.
Yeah, it's like he'll be very useful if we ever end up in a snow environment.
So yeah.
Another pet for the menagerie.
Yeah.
Oh, do come over and meet Alistair.
So yeah, also the 3 kids that Rock saved take interest in the bear, very much so. So, also, I would say 20 minutes have passed since Raw gave away the thing, and you start to see that, like, if you keep an eye on the table where they're dissecting, you see that half of the box is back already. As everybody's starting to celebrate, or like giving, like, look, they would try to give a high five, but they're missing the arm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, as
Wait. If I remember correctly, all the Dunkirkians are missing the hand that we used, right?
yeah, the right hand.
Left.
Oh, the left
I'm
hand.
from
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
from
sorry.
grades.
Okay, my bad. So, what
do a high
what
five and stop.
Pablo now says and arrives and says, we possibly can't make ourselves each individual arms for each other, but it's gonna take like a week.
I'm gonna look at Pablo from the side. Could I help?
No. Metal. Unless getting metal or wood or plastic or aluminum. Otherwise,
I can make it grow with the user. I'm pretty sure I could manage to make something like that.
We definitely at least currently have the wood on board that would be required for this.
Speaking of that,
he
Wonder how
kind
much
of
we
looks a bit at you, Rock. No offense, but do you know the Novian Type 7B2?
anything from your world is unknown to me.
It's a special engineering implant. It's for special things like nanomachine production.
Ah,
Yeah, you
I
kind
have no clue what that means,
Yeah,
but you know, just you get me.
we build a hand out of the thing so we can make more things. That simple enough?
Okay. Yeah. That's simple enough. But if you need any very powerful gauntlet hands, I'll try my best to say a word.
I'll come to you post haste if I ever need any help.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, it's evening. Is everybody gonna go to bed, or anybody's gonna do some fucking nighttime shenanigans by accident?
Just wanted to ask.
Looking at Ken.
Any progress on
I
the
mean,
concept
I
of life
wasn't
bubble?
gonna say it.
Did you roll a cane?
No, because you didn't ask me to, but I will.
did?
Didn't hear it.
So, well, before
Also-
I move, sorry, damn it.
Okay, so
Before I head to bed, I get as much insulation as possible so I don't burn my arms off trying to pick the tub up.
So, of course, I'm guessing you're closing the door behind you, so you don't want the rogue bear cub would just vanish somewhere.
Oh yeah, no,
Just
'cause
disappear
that-
somewhere. In the morning, we find him in the fridge.
He
Turns
better
out there's
not,
a
because I'll
melted
cook him.
hole. There's a melted hole through his door. He made its own door.
So
no,
here's the interesting thing. I love the fact that for like the past few hours we just had consecutive 10 viewers. We're getting there. Let's go. Anyway, but is everybody gonna go for the evening, or is anybody have besides you want to do some shenanigans tonight?
I'd be doing.
Would I be allowed right now to make something or try?
Okay, so to construct an item for your level of rock, it will take 8 hours for one attempt.
Okay.
So 8 hours. If you want to start, it would be done at like 4 a.m. in the morning.
So I'm not gonna start anything. Good to
Yeah,
know. Thank you.
Noted.
I think you posted a directory.
Yes, I did.
Where is
Yeah.
it again?
It's in FAQ things, campaign FAQs. So you have DC of 58, and of course you have 8 hours to attempt one. So
I also I've posted an image of like magic prosthetic.
Ah, that kind of stuff. Fun stuff.
The next image that's part of that is a bit.
Anyway, I would be doing something I haven't done in quite a bit. Since I have the material right now, I will get Remnant back, and I will put myself to sleep again.
Okay. Oh,
In my
God.
room, of course. Just for the fun of it, I'll be specifically thinking about, like, senses. Tastes, smells, anything I remember.
Uh-huh. So,
Just trying to find out if I catch anything.
Actually, I can make something of 2 hours, like a rare. What was it?
well, I mean, you need the materials and all that, so.
100. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm just gonna list you that off in the private chat. Sorry.
yeah. So, figure out what you want to do. Besides that, anybody else for the evening, or just gonna. Maybe somebody wants to patrol? See how it's on the main deck, chilling? You know.
I mean, eventually, after the rest.
Yeah.
I'm out cold for the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And,
Yeah,
plug
I
in
definitely
your-
don't want to ruin this moment. With,
I've just living space heater in my character's room.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a cold night, this is perfect.
Yeah. So, Frog and Plucky are also going to bed early, not doing any shenanigans late in the night. Right?
Lucky's gonna go hit the bar.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna be up late getting
I
drunk.
thought Plucky was a child.
He's a Kender.
He's
It's a different thing.
63-year-old man with
Mentally.
the mentality of a 11-year-old.
Right.
Kinders are really fun.
So, I would like you to make a con saving throw, because you drink, but then Zan wants a rematch. He fucking
Oh,
wants
dear.
a rematch. Because he's been perfecting his fire water.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see.
Ah, fuck!
Whoa!
The fire
I
water
told
is...
you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best there's ever been.
Ha! Get it.
So yeah, you drink, everybody drinks, and fucking Zan collapses first again.
They improved it
Everybody's
a little
laughing.
bit too much.
Yeah.
Like they improved the
Work.
fire water a little bit too much.
You know what? I'm in. See how you do against me, Quirk.
Okay, so
Who the hell is
Still
Quirk?
plucky.
so Quirk.
Fuck again! Shit! Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
So yeah.
Come on.
So Plucky, with your passive perception, as you like drinking away, you see there's a big gathering by where the cube was with a bunch of knives, and you see now somebody has like a metallic thing and celebrating. You hear a bunch of metallic clapping. You're just slowly sinking, slowly but surely into the abyss that is getting super fucking smashed.
Wait, I can't challenge him now? Oh.
No, you
so-
went to bed, like I said.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait, no. Did I go to
Somebody,
bed?
please
Yeah.
cast something on
Wow.
yeah,
I'm asleep already.
yeah. And all of
You
you
remember
fucking, all of you asleep, but finally, of course, yeah. So, start from the beginning. Now I have a question. It's been 3 hours and 20 minutes. Is everybody still good to continue?
I don't have work tomorrow or tonight, so yeah.
I'll be.
I'm all
I have a few hours until I have to go to school, but I think starting off an entire new day would be a bit much.
Well, not a full day.
Yeah, good luck finding like a good breakpoint in the middle. We can certainly try.
No, don't worry. I have a
I'm
good
in for
point.
that.
I have a good point, but because let's be honest, you still haven't decided where you want to go after this. So,
If the DM complies, we shall all agree.
hell yeah. So, I would like everybody rolling wisdom saving throw instead time of day.
Nudge off. Oh wait, man. Where is dice roll? There it is.
22. Wow.
I just got slippery mind.
I'll be right back.
19.
If I didn't have that rogue trait, it would have been not nearly that high.
And Ken.
Yeah, I'm getting there. That is a
So,
good thing I did Flash of
good.
Genius.
Okay, so everybody passes except for Lecter and Ken. So I'm gonna be a gentleman about this. So
I
you
guess so.
decide which one is gonna have the nightmare first.
I will gladly take it.
No, you're both gonna take it, but who's gonna go first?
Ken?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect for these, so
Roll
I guess
off
I will.
1d20.
I will.
Whichever
So?
one of you rolls higher.
I'm gonna let Ken go first.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. First, get let the band-aid, please.
Okay, so Ken is first.
Yep.
Hell yeah, Ken! So, you played, you drank, you danced with Lena, eventually retiring to your quarters, and slept in each other's embrace. All is nice and comfortable until all of a sudden earth-shattering crash awakes you from the sleep.
Ok, ben moi, il faut quand même que j'attende to this.
Rock,
Oh,
can you
good
please
Rock.
mute yourself?
Merci,
No
désolé.
commentary during other people's
I'm back.
cinematics. Shush.
Yeah, server definitely. Okay, no. Okay. You are suddenly awoken by a sudden clang in the distance and a bunch of rubble collapsing. You awake in a well lit room that is lit by candlelight, and you see there's a bunch of injured individuals. Some of them already are dead with your passive perception. Some of them are clinging to their life, all heavily wounded and damaged. You, on the other hand, are still like in your own full condition, and you don't have a Mark II. You have a Mark I by your side. You don't have any black bullets. You have only a few incendiary and a handful of normal bullets. What would you like to do?
Well, my first thought is Lena. So I look over to where she would be. I'm assuming I don't see.
What you basically see is, first of all, you immediately recognize as one of the medics, like a medic outfit from Forge Knight, and it's a young woman, maybe in her 20s, who has a bullet hole in her head that is just laying on the ground dead. Yeah.
I'm in good condition, right? I
Yes,
was
you're in
just
good condition.
sleeping.
Yeah, you compare to the rest of this room, you're like the embodiment of life.
Okay. I am going to attempt to get out of the bed
Okay, you get out of the bed.
and cautiously make my way outside to figure out what the hell's going on.
You
Because he's thinking it's like, this can't be right.
you step outside and you see familiar streets of Forge Night. The blinding light from the lights that are in the city, that are dim usually, not really bright, are blindingly bright, as you see shambling corpses. Not shambling in original way like undead, more to the similar vein of what you saw at the palace a few days ago. Amalgamation of shadows wandering the streets, congealing and manifesting in greater abominations, wandering aimlessly as you hear distant gunfire and the occasional artillery hit somewhere in the distance, vibrating the ground. But besides that, you see nobody, not a living soul. as there may be dozens of these abominations in the streets.
Yeah. He's gonna think as soon as he's just like, oh no, not him. I thought I killed that bastard. And I'm gonna yell out. Well, no, he's not gonna yell out. He's going to find an elevated platform first.
Mm-hmm. You step
To-
out of this thing, and you realize you remember the street. You've been here. Uh, Only like a few houses to your right as you exit. There's the stairs to the chapel of Prophet Matthew, where you met her love interest, uh,
Yeah.
Rhea. So technically, that's the only big.
Knowing that I'm going there, and I'm gonna cautiously open the doors while trying not to be, or go into the building while cautiously, very
Yeah.
cautiously.
So, going into the building, you see the familiar candlelit interior, and you see every single seat. What's it called? Pillows? No, not pillories. Whatever the church chairs are seated nicely with a
Pews.
bunch of corpses. All of them have a black back on their head and just placed on each neatly. You see every single symbolism, every single mosaic portrait or window that depicts any religious symbol to Prophet Matthew or any other religion is just smashed and destroyed. But there's no one inside.
I'm slowly going up to the front of the church and the altar,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to try and call out for Prophet Matthew.
Did you leave the doors behind you closed?
Yes.
Okay. So as you, I guess, get on your knees or just try to contact him, you all of a sudden hear a banging noise on the door. The bang suddenly starts into kicking as the door is kicked wide open. You see a knight, a 9 foot tall individual in black, shadowy cladded armor, wielding a hammer that is very much familiar to one that Rog had. It looks
But it is not him.
It looks at you, and you hear the familiar voice of High Commander Jonathan, the ex-leader at this point of the King's Royal Guard, saying, "The feeble god you wish to call upon is dead. Same with the rest of the city. You're delaying the inevitable." As he steps inside with few single steps, you see encroaching mass of undead just kind of sprout from the lower parts of the door and just kind of going in and just kind of covering the surrounding walls and doors, like by the entrance, with this black ichorish goo, similarly like Omnia's had. And you see countless of faces on the walls, eyes pure white staring at you.
Is that so? Is that how? This is what become of you? Becoming a puppet for something you don't understand just because it promised you change.
We were sent to a dying world, much more dying than our current kingdom was. It was a matter of what, months, a year, until the northern empires would have just crashed down with their endless armies and decimated this land. And what now? We had barely a month before everything went to shit. By Victor, and now by the forces that we don't even know their names yet. It was the only way, Ken. As you rose to the occasion to defend our home, so did I. So did I. As he kind of like
By
walks.
betraying everything, by betraying Norn, this is not saving them. You know that. As far as I know,
He
when
kind
you
of
joined him up
he
and
kind
let
of
this wash over the land, the kingdom died.
he kind of chuckles to himself and then kind of glares at you, and you see there's this helmet that has no facial features except for two empty black sockets, and those both sockets just immediately light up in this brilliant white light. There's no like iris or anything. It's like sudden two flashlights, even though it doesn't go any rays of light. And he just chuckles to himself. Are you accusing me of treason, soldier? Carrying a weapon that you had no right to carry, committing crimes that you would be hanged for, and you stand before me in a place that lost everything we fought for. You talk to me about treason. I'll give you one single chance, one singular opportunity to bend the knee to the new order of this world. For it's a matter of what? Year, a decade, and everything you hold dear. Everything you know about this world. Every gift, every blessing, every boon you receive will be ours. But if you deny this promise, I'll personally break your body for decades and then your spirit for millennia, torturing you with every single precious memory you ever had, replaying it only to turn them into malicious nightmare. And you will find no respite. Not a single god will reach your pleas of mercy, because even the gods fear us. As he stands there, and now he holds his both hammers in his the hammer in both of his hands and just kind of looks at you without movement. What would you like to say?
I believe in Norm, as it were. I fought for it with my own flesh and blood. I have lost a great many of good men protecting this nation. You have only led it to its destruction, as seen here. I plan on the name of Norn to be known for generations throughout these lands. From come hell or high water, I will do everything in the name of Prophet Matthew and the King of Norn. And if you will stand in my way and come for me, then I only have one thing to say to you. Good fucking luck. As I cock my rifle and just fire at him.
Yeah. As you lay fire, he just chuckles. He slowly but surely charges you with the hammer and says, "Then you'll die like a broken individual you are." Before you snap back. And now for Lecter. Lecter, you're
Okay.
present?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a simple question for you. You said you're gonna think about different memories or different sensations, and if you can recall a memory. So I gotta ask you a simple question. What emotion, what feeling is your first one to come?
I think the sensation of taste. Something I remember. A good meal. Maybe a dinner with the rest of the family, or at least some of them.
Okay, give me a second.
Maybe just an afternoon snack that he really enjoyed, but at least
Give me a second. So,
something.
So, so you go to sleep and remember the taste, and all of a sudden, oh god, all of a sudden, you suddenly hear a snapping of fingers, and somebody's trying to pay attention and just like, Ryan, Ryan, you suddenly you open up your eyes, and you see that you're in this like nice little temple that has like a bunch of bronze decorations, and you see two familiar faces. I would like you to roll me 2 history checks.
Okay. Let's see, that should be plus 12. Yeah. Dirty 20 and 15.
So you see the younger Loxodon who's trying to pay your attention, and you remember he's your younger brother, Ash. So you remember him, young, bright, very capable in the arts of arcane. And the other older individual, who's also your brother that you remember, who's holding this violin and trying to play, occasionally stopping. You remember him as your older brother. The name just slips by your tongue, but you remember he is a prominent musician and has a very big passion for music, especially anything that is done via violins. As you're in less of like a dinner, more like a ceremony, as this Loxodon priest dressed in orange and has a bunch of gold and bronze adorned jewelry with a bunch of topaz and sapphire gems, brings you a bunch of these desserts. And you never seen them before as Lecter, but as Orion, you remember that these are these honey puffs, despite the name, that are basically like these multi-layered cakes that are all drizzled in a thick layer of honey, and it's very hard but very delicious. And some tea. As you remember that you're here for something. This is not a pleasant visit. Something is gnawing on your mind. While the taste is delicious, there's something that makes you choke up, and you're either too afraid or too prideful to ask. As the old Loxodon, and he's old. He has like this. there's plentiful scars on his trunk. His whole lever just looks very old and oh, experienced. As he asks, "Well, we barons in one day. I'm very pleased. Tell me what ails you today." As you see each one of you, as you like take the your tea or the the desserts, all of you are avoiding the question like the same, looking at each other, trying to figure out who's gonna say it first.
I will definitely remain silent.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about a crime I don't know anything about.
As the younger brother just kind of raises the hand and just kind of uh, uh we don't know, maybe stress, maybe the fact that we are fearing for our father's life. uh we all feel kind of ill. uh when he says that, you kind of remember there is something that has been sapping your energy for like weeks, and it's not like your regular practice with a bunch of monks to master your craft. It's something that just suddenly saps all of your energy, and you feel like you just ran a marathon in like 10 seconds. uh and you see your brother, the older brother, just kind of stops playing and also looks at him. Uh, sudden tiredness, sudden lose of vision. Just there's something with us. Um, as the older brother's like, you could say it's stress, but I, for one, relieve my stress by playing this. As he kind of acknowledges the violin, and uh, and he kind of like tries to make a joke out of it. It's like, but despite that, even in the middle of the practice in my peak serenity, all of a sudden it just jabs my strength. And the priest or the cleric that is basically questioning you looks upon you. And what about you, Orion?
Honestly, can't remember. Feels weird. Like experiencing things anew. It's like I'm forgetting my past.
You
Honestly, I just don't know. My mind is scrambled like I forgot what's going on.
while
Getting
you're
forget.
while you're trying to try to
Hmm.
make sense of all of this and saying this out loud, but slowly you see the Loxodons like have this a sudden fear, like sudden fear in their eyes, like you're describing symptoms that they're witnessing. Uh, as you see, all of a sudden in the distance you hear a sudden banging, and the cleric raises his hands and says, Master Healer, uh, Yinka is not feeling well. And he immediately stands up and starts going and says, finish your tea, I'll be right back. And he starts to speak as all of a sudden you start to see your eyes, your vision double, and something at your throat like you're choking on something. It
Ash.
feels bitter as all of a sudden you are holding by your throat and everybody is like trying to get you to just not fall off as you fall uh, from your sitting position, and you wake up. So,
Fuck my life.
yeah. So,
At
with
least wanted to ask a question.
with that being said and done, um, so here's what happens. Uh, Lecter, you're the first to wake up because you're the first to wake up. It's dark. You don't know what time it is. You're a bit confused. Usually you know what time it is, but you're just like out of your whole feel, and you look around. You feel tired, like you just got a crack in your skull, and then you feel the familiar warmth on your face, and you realize the fucking drool again.
I'm taking the same jar that I initially had that had some of it in it, and I'm just continuing filling it up. Just like wiping everything away. No fucking idea. But at least I'll have something to tell Zvida next time.
So,
I do in fact remember it.
so now comes the question. Are you gonna just stay in bed, or are you gonna try to wander around?
I think I like get up and start walking around a bit.
Okay. So, Ken.
Actually, wait. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Specifically, I would make my way to the kitchen.
Okay. Ken. Could you like you don't feel the impact, but you know the sudden you shooting the creature and the impact approaching, all of a sudden you just snap back in reality. You immediately feel a sudden tense motion from Lena, as if like trying to hold you. And as you stop, she kind of relaxes, as she's just asleep, but kind of holding you in. You're in the bed as you were. You're soaking wet and cold sweat, but besides that, you're fine.
How many hours have passed?
You don't feel tired.
tell?
You don't feel rested. You honestly don't know what time it is. It's dark outside. That's what you know.
I'm going to attempt to get out of bed, wipe myself down, and then I'm crawling back in.
I would say you don't need to.
I'll flush the toilet for good measure.
Okay. So yeah.
I assume they're there.
Yeah, but as you exit out of the toilet, you just see Lena sitting on the bed and just staring you down.
She. Hi.
Your heart rate is very unsettling for me. Are you okay?
I am now. Just had not a very pleasant dream. Just nothing to worry about right now.
She kind of extends her hands towards you and says, "Then come. Then there's plenty of time before sunrise."
Taking her up on that offer.
Alrighty. So, Lecter, everybody's asleep except for a few footsteps that you hear in the distance, so you assume somebody is up. You make your way to the kitchen, and you do see the two people just like making food. One of them is the elf, one of the elves, and the other is like one of the new Dunkirkians who are like making salad. And both are making two different kinds of salad, and you're kind of just not talking, not doing anything, just mind your own business.
I just have a mental scene of Lecter right now, standing in the door, slight light from the back, dark front, one glowing red eye, slightly hunched figure. This must be a fucking horrifying image in like the half dark, whatever. I'd actually approach through the entry and slightly sheepishly ask, is this a midnight snack or a preparation for breakfast?
Well, both of them turn at you because both of them understand you. And the elf immediately says, well, I ended the shift already, so I'm getting myself some food. And New Dirkian says, I was making something for a hangover that me and my husband's gonna have.
Wait. Actually, you know what? That's your thing. I was kind of wondering, did we actually get lucky enough to catch, well, at least one or two couples? You mentioning a husband.
At least 4, maybe 6. Honestly,
Oh.
you have no idea how many individuals marry each other just because they're in the same field and just did a lot of work together for the past 7 to 9 years in either biology majors, computer engineering majors. She just kind of shrugs.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed something like this might happen, but it's still nice to see that we did, in fact, at least manage to keep up some relations.
Guess I'm thankful.
I'm just happy that everything worked out the way it did.
Yeah, I'd rather not think about the past. It's all weird. Like, I don't know what you did, but the last thing I saw was essentially seeing quite a few of my workers and a few of my colleagues just getting gunned down and getting myself gunned down 4 times in the chest, and then waking up in the lower decks, missing an arm. I try not to think about it a lot, but it comes up.
Magic is a fascinating field.
Seems like that.
Oh yes.
May I ask, I've seen your groups gathering around the projects yesterday evening, earlier today. I'm sorry, my time perception is slightly off right now. Regarding a project you've been working on together, have you mainly worked with technology so far, or have you also started, well, adapting to this world?
Well, we don't really know where to begin.
Reasonable.
We asked a few individuals about this magic. Well, we know the concept of magic, but for us it was just basically fantasy literature. As for any powers, nobody can fly or shoot laser beams out of their eyes, or I don't know, fire from their hands.
That kind of power is also rather unusual, at least the laser part. I mean, fire is not that difficult. And just for the joke, I'm doing prestidigitation, a small flame on my thumb.
Well, I mean, I don't
like
know.
the lighter motion.
Maybe we need both hands, and since we're a bit missing an arm, also that's supposed to be fixed because Pablo and a few of his nanotechnicians actually found some alive nanomachines in that drone that you got. So a good possibility we could replicate the nanomachines with the nanomachines, and then we can get ourselves into business and get ourselves, functioning appendages. That'd be pretty good. Very good, actually.
Very nice. So, in some form, we have to actually thank you for this. Bringing your technology to our world.
Well, I mean, maybe it's not exactly that a choice we made personally.
Um,
Apparently, Pablo told us the fate of most of us what happened to us. And honestly, I prefer this over the nuclear obliteration and or whatever Pablo said. We didn't believe him, but he did look a lot older. And definitely radiated to all else in there.
which part didn't you believe? The part about the radiation or your own past?
Well, apparently, a lot of individuals did survive the nuclear battle act because of the warnings, but then the food shortage came, and then there were a lot of different factions, a lot of cannibalism, quite a few sacrilegious cults, and she kind of just quiets down a bit and just kind of stops. A lot of them.
Yeah. We got to see some of it. It certainly didn't look nice.
Can you do me a favor?
One
if
of
you,
our-
If you come up close somewhere like that, just don't notify me, okay?
Don't notify you? Understood.
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
this is the archipelago. Not like we have a choice about it.
Oh yeah.
An island could literally appear right next to us.
She kind of gives the right hand, just says, Olivia, head of bioengineering.
Lecter. Collector unit number 14.
Notified.
Discovery unit of the Platinum Seas.
And she kind of gets the ball and just kind of walks. And just says, see you later, Lecter. And she kind of walks.
See you around.
And you see the elf just looks at her strangely, looks at you. She put raw anchovies in the thing. I think she's gonna get poisoned.
Well, oh god.
What'd she put in there?
Raw
Anchovies.
Raw anchovies.
Okay, so
Oh.
when you said well, and then oh god, I could feel your expression changing on your face there, like there.
Yeah, that
I
was
could
like a two
feel
parts.
your face through
So
the
is this still
headphones,
nighttime?
the changing.
Oh no. So here's the thing.
No, this is real life now.
Yeah. So
No, is it nighttime? Or is it early morning?
it is slowly but surely getting early morning as all of you eventually wake up. Revan, of course, you wake up with a sudden fever and feeling very hydrated, like dehydrated.
It's on my lap, isn't it?
No, it's actually yeah, actually it is, but it's basically a curtain, not a curtain, but like a just.
It's like having a meteor that just fell from the sky
Sitting
laying
next
on
to
top of you. Yeah. Yeah, it's like having a crucible filled with lava next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably make a little pin for it.
So,
But yeah.
so everybody's waking up, everybody's having their breakfast, and eventually, everybody gets their bearings. And of course, everybody's just chilling, minding their own business, making actual breakfast as the commute is beginning. And now, the question is, where are you gonna go next? What are you gonna do?
Two last things before we go. One, I would ask the elf whether they could communicate to Olivia what she's doing right now.
I don't
In
know
the sense of like,
he doesn't have the thing. I don't know how to communicate with her.
I'm just going to borrow him, like what is it? Like a ring, a circlet, a crown?
It's a circlet on your head.
Yeah. the circlet. I'll be in the kitchen for a little bit. Bring it back to me afterwards.
Okay.
At least I hope it works for you as well.
Okay, so yeah.
And in the
I-
meantime, Lecter is trying out whether or not he can actually feel any kind of sensation. So he's do we have, by any chance, lemons aboard?
You do.
I'm going to literally bite into a lemon, peel and everything.
I'm in the kitchen just
You're
making
Watching a
toast.
robot try to eat
Like,
fruit.
I'm in the kitchen. Like I'm in the kitchen at this point, and here's what I'm doing. Like I've got my albino with me because I'm just trying to train it and everything and like feed it. I've literally just given it bacon, which is now sizzling in its mouth, and you see me. I'm making toast over it. I'm using it as my portable toaster, anyway, and I'm just watching you walk in and grab a lemon.
No, I'm already in there.
Yeah, you walk in, him just stuffing a lemon in his face.
No, I'm literally taking a bite out of it like an apple.
Oh my god, that sounds...
But the expression on the mask is "What the fuck?" But the
Oh,
expression you see on the mask is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, that's... I tried something out. It sadly didn't work. He still continues eating that lemon, by the way.
Yeah, you feel nothing.
Also, one fun thing I don't fully know. Do I actually need to physically move my face to speak? Slash, is my speech affected by me chewing on a lemon?
No, it's not.
So that's even eerier. So you hear my voice completely fine while he's moving his mouth to eat. And then realizes he doesn't have anything to swallow with. So he's just sitting there. So shit, what am I doing now? Closes the mouth, give me a moment.
You have mashed lemon in your mouth.
It's unfortunate.
Literally.
Would I be waking up, or am I that old again?
You're all awake. Well,
Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna go cook the very big morning brunch.
okay. So how
As
about
a
the
s-
how about the recipe? Besides,
I've already seen it.
Plucky, Ken, you're gonna take a while, don't worry. But
Yeah.
This is a fucking waste, but I want to do it anyway. In the meantime, Lecter just looks at the half-eaten lemon. This question has probably never been asked before. Can you cast mending on half-eaten fruit?
no.
If you have all of the pieces still remaining.
Oh, no.
Huh?
You can't. I immediately say that you can't.
Okay. So, I'm just spending like a few minutes fishing all of the pieces out of my mouth. And afterwards, I'm casting Blight on the fruit.
Okay.
Disintegrating it into ash. So now I just have like a handful of dust. Yeah, literally that.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. So I'm just disintegrating it into dust. And just putting it in a trash can somewhere.
So sad.
This was a legit Charles Jr. ad with a robot trying to eat a burger.
Yeah. This image is depressing. Anyway.
I know, it's so fast too.
So yeah, Plucky.
So,
You, my good sir, wake up under the table in the fucking tavern. What are you gonna do?
Go find my way to my room and get a proper night's sleep.
Fair.
middle of the day.
Wait, did Revan give me his blade?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I found a better one.
So yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So yeah, is this like I think this is a good place to spend 4 hours.
I mean, I wanted to do stuff, but I wanted to wait.
Because then next week you can all decide what you want to do, where you want to go, well, everybody. So
Okay, well,
Weekends are a good place to.
yeah, it's good. It's good for hours. It's morning. Everybody has their own little revelations, and a lot of lore. A lot of lore happened. Wow.
We
And I
actually
don't-
did stuff.
and I got an animal companion.
Everybody got something. So, with that being said and
Is it-
done,
Can I create something now?
figure out next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, with that being said and done, you got exactly 20 seconds to say whatever the fuck you want before I'm shutting the stream down with no survivors and go.
This went surprisingly well.
The
And
first
let's
half
see
of
if
the
we can
session was
keep up the-
incredibly professional, and the second half slowly turned into a shit show the longer it went on.
Well,
Yeah,
we
kill
completed
anybody,
our tasks, so we
Yeah.
had a little bit of
Yeah.
wiggle room. That's
Yeah.
what it should be. Tasks, then a little bit of wiggle room.
You know. Okay. Once